Hello, everybody. This is Pete from PA Labs, fresh back from vacation, and I've spent the last couple days kind of looking over the PureBasic forums, and I came across this really neat post thread from what is this, October of 20. And this person has bought PureBasic and wants to go play with PureBasic. And he designs this um, basically like the RPG Maker programs. And he's using their artwork. And he came up with a nice looking screen and all. Not quite sure what that's going to be. That doesn't really get into that. And as you go through this, this is this Thursday. So he made a couple posts into this. He did, this is pretty slick. I think it was a pretty nice interface. Um, and he's clearly imported some of the graphics and has it drawing pretty nicely. Um, so I'm not really sure he's using PureBasic for all of this, but he very well could be. There's a number of effects here I can't quite figure out, but I think it might be his screen recorder. But you can see how that works much like the RPG, and I thought that was pretty cool. Uh, so this is him just kind of fiddling around, and he got a lot of really good feedback on this. And this is a pretty neat concept where you can select multiple tiles and do multiple things at the same time. It's kind of bizarre. I like it, don't get me wrong. Haven't figured some of that out yet. And let's see, he's got the updates coming in on a lot of stuff. And anyhow, the short of this is that we get to the end of this thread and he says, well, I see I've drummed up some pretty good stuff. If people want to pay me, I'll finish it. So it wasn't for fun. It was to try to do something kind of sneaky. But I thought he had a great idea. So I got to thinking about it and said, well, how hard could it be? I've got a little experience in doing map maker programs. Um, and I got all the formulas and stuff down. So I started playing around with it. Like I said, this is only 2 days of playing with it. Today will be day 3. And it's coming along pretty nicely. And this is kind of an update video to say, hey, this is a cool little project. I'm calling this the Ultimate Map Maker, kind of based on the RPG Maker kind of stuff. Um, and we're using their tile sets, the ability to import their tile sets and figure out the, what is it, 8 or 9 different formats and how they work is that took an entire day unto itself. The whole rest of this has only taken a day. But as you can see, I've imported the dungeon tiles from, couldn't tell you what expansion set I have, but you can come in and we have the different drawing tools. Currently, my Ellipse doesn't work yet, but you can come in and say, let's go ahead and build a square. So this is one of those 9 tile layouts. And I'll start up here in the corner. As you can see, he's got the border going in, and then the center is a great big hole in the middle. It comes out over here. We can draw another one. So you can see what's going on. These are a little dark. Here's a good one, a chunk of wood. So you got this cool border, and then you got the interior plank. I've got outline working, and if we do outline, let's take this whole wooden hole. If I do just the outline, all you get is the border, the single row of border hex. that this thing is. You can fill it in with anything you want. If I wanted to fill it in here and say, let's go ahead and fill this, then I can actually fill it in like that. And he grabs the center hex. He knows that I've got one of these guys type things selected, as opposed to this. If I selected this, well, this is merely a single hex. So we're building an outline. If I build the center, it's going to all use the same hex. So you can see how these are differing. It's more pronounced on the holes. Some of these holes are easier to see. Oh, here's a good one. This guy's got walls. I think this is pretty cool. Oh crap, I'm still on painting. Let's go to you and whoops, let's go to you. And we can put this in here. So you can see how that's working. The line tool, well, let's select something like this. The line tool is, this is just drawing. It's wherever you run your cursor with the left key down, he paints the hex. And I do have the line tool. This is using the formula. If you've been watching the videos, this is using the formula, basically line of sight, and then connecting the shortest path between, so you can do diagonals pretty nicely, and that sort of thing. The square I've shown. So those are the functions that I've currently done. I do have the sizing working over here, where you can actually size this grid and make it bigger or smaller, no big deal. These aren't working yet, but so really what my next step here is going to be to actually introduce the map components of this. Now, one of the things I've done on the import is the import itself. Let's see what we should be able to put some rocks around. Hold on, let's go try some of these. So yeah, we can. I don't know what that white dot is. I'll have to go figure that out. I don't see it over here. But these rocks all seem to have a white dot for some reason. It's like it doesn't have the neutral background. I'll have to figure that out. Anyhow, so yeah, I mean, this is a work in progress, clearly. So, where was I going with that? Let's see. Yeah, I think it's coming along pretty good. The import needs some more work. I'm going to introduce a undo to the map, so you can undo back probably 5 or 10 undos or something. And that it takes a picture of your canvas when you press the left key down. So it takes a picture prior to you actually doing anything, before that square shows up. So as that's how he's able to redo back to your starting point, and it just kind of appears to be sizing. So but that's pretty much what I've been working on the last couple days. I think it's coming out pretty good. Uh, well, I think it is. Like I said, I'm gonna probably build this on a 300 or something hex grid, and then yeah, 300 grid, probably running 32 pixel hexes, but you can obviously zoom it up or zoom it down. Most of the hexes are 32 on RPG Maker. It kind of fluctuates between the 48 and 32, depending on what it is you're bringing in. So This has a lot of work to go still, but I think it's coming out pretty good, and I would love to get some feedback and see what you guys think about this project as map maker. For sure, what I've learned on this is going to be pushed forward back into the other map maker eventually. Um, and I think this is coming out really slick. So anyhow, I want to thank y'all very much for watching. And like I said, send me your feedback.